Good morning, dear students. We are in the chapter Applications of Trigonometry, and we have seen up to question number 4 in part 1 of Applications of Trigonometry. Now, we shall continue with question number 5. Now, let us see what is given in this question. Question number 5. A kite is flying at a height of 60 meters above the ground. Okay, see here I have shown a kite. A kite is flying where 60 meter above the ground. Okay, 60 meter above the ground. This is the ground, this point is the ground, and it is flying 60 meters above the ground. That means the height of the kite from the point on the ground is 60 meters. Now the string attached to the kite is temporarily tied to a point on the ground. What is the string? The thread. Okay, this is the thread. This is the thread, and this thread is tied to a point on the ground. Okay, it is tied to a point on the ground. The inclination of the string with the ground is 60 degrees. Now see, inclination, the angle made by the thread with the ground. See, this is the horizontal line which is joining the vertical height with the inclination of the thread. So this is 60 degree. Okay, this is making 60 degree. Find the length of the string. Now you have to find this one, length of the string, assuming that there is no slack. Slack means like this is not, there is no slack like this. It is straight, the thread is straight like this, you have to see. Okay, so there is no slack in the thread. Let us say that this particular height, this particular thread is straight. It is not slanting, or it doesn't have any slack. Okay, it is 100% straight. That you have to say. See, it is straight like this. You have to assume that it is straight like this. So this is the question. So let us say that the length of the thread is L. Now children, you can see that this is 90 degree. There is no confusion. This is 90 degree because this is the height. Okay, this is the height and this is the ground. There are 2 points on the ground. This point is on the ground and this point is also on the ground. Okay. Now the kite is flying at a height of 60 degree. You want L. See, you have got the opposite side. Okay, see, this is the opposite side. This is the opposite side. So you have got the length of the opposite side and you have to find the hypotenuse. Okay, you have to find the hypotenuse. So opposite side by hypotenuse is your sine angle. Now see, from here you can say that, first of all, let us give the name to this P, Q and R. Okay. Now see, let PQ be the height of the kite. Height of the kite from the ground. From the ground. So, next, let QR be the horizontal line, QR, R be the point where the string is tied, where the string is tied. String is tied. QR is the horizontal distance. Horizontal line, okay, on the ground. It is on the ground. On the ground. Now after this, how you will proceed? Let us proceed with the sine angle. I am just rubbing this out so that we can continue with the next step. Okay, come on. Let us take the pen. Okay. Now children, now see. See here, what will be the sine of angle? Sine of 60 degree will be equal to your O, that is opposite side by hypotenuse. Now what is your opposite side? Your opposite side is 60 meter. Okay, the height of the kite from the ground. And what is your hypotenuse? That is your L. Can anybody realize what was the value of sine 60 degree? Recall? Yes, sine 60 is equal to root 3 by 2. Okay, that will be equal to 60 meters by now the length L. Now let us see what is L. L will be equal to 60 into 2 by root 3. Now children, how will you cancel root 3 from here? See, L can be written as, L will be equal to 60 means see 20 3s are 60. 20 into 3 and that 3 can be written as root 3 into root 3 into 2 divided by root 3. Now you can cancel the root 3 in the upper part and root 3 in the denominator part. Now how much is left? 20 into root 3 into 2. That means 20 2s are 40. So L will be equal to 40 root 3. Let us move to the next question, that is question number 6. A 1.5 meter tall boy, see here, a 1.5 meter tall boy is standing at some distance from a 30 meter tall building. Now see, suppose we take PQ as a building and this as a boy. Here the boy is standing. Suppose the boy is standing here. Okay. 1.5 meter tall boy is standing at this position. Now let us take him as the boy. Let us take the boy as AB. Okay. AB is the point which is showing, AB is the height of the boy. That is, AB is equal to 1.5 meters. Okay. So a 1.5 meter tall boy is standing at some distance. That means AQ is not known to you. AQ is not known to you. This distance is not known to us. And at some distance from a 30 meter tall building. Let PQ be the building which is 30 meters. 30 meter tall building. Which one is 30 meter? PQ is 30 meters. So this is 30 meter tall. Okay. PQ is 30 meter tall building. Now children, the angle of elevation from his eyes. Now this from here only will take, the eye is here and this is your line of sight. This is your line of sight. To the top of the building. This P is the top of the building. Okay. To the top of the building increases from 30 degree to 60 degree as he walks towards the building. Now the boy has started walking towards the building. And see this A dash, B dash. This is again the same boy who has come from this particular point, that is B point, to A dash, B dash. Okay. Now while moving, so the angle of elevation, that means the boy is looking up to point P, and here when he was at this position, the angle of elevation was 30 degree, and when he came to this position, the angle of elevation became 60 degree. Now children, please pay attention that this point and this point B, this is the vertical horizontal distance from the building to the eye of the boy. Okay, so every time we have to draw the horizontal line as well as the vertical line. Vertical line is your height. Every time this is the height, and now this is the distance, horizontal distance from the boy to the building. So this is very important because this line is the line which completes your 90 degree angle. Okay, so come on, let us see this. Now this boy is 60 degree. Here as he came, it became 60 degree. Now find the distance he walks towards the building. Now from B he has come to B dash. From B point the boy has moved to B dash. Now you have to find this distance. You have to find the distance between B and B dash. This is what you have to find. And AQ is also not known to u. Okay, now see how will you proceed. First of all, children, tell me, suppose this is b dash and let us say that this is r. This point is r, which is at the straight line. When you add join this straight from b to r, you get a straight line br. Okay, br is the straight line. Now this rq is how much? RQ is also equal to A dash B dash, which is equal to AB. And what is it? How much is AB? This is 1.5 meters. RQ is also equal to 1.5 meters. Now therefore PR will be equal to PQ minus RQ. Okay. So PR will be equal to 30.00 minus 1.5. So if you subtract, you will get 28.5 meters. Okay. So your PR is 28.5 meters. So here let me upgrade that this is 28.5 and RQ is your 1.5 meter, that I have already told you. Let us say this is 28.5. 28.5 meters. Okay. Now children, how will we proceed to find out our required value? What value do you need? You need B dash. Okay. So let me clear this space so that I can show you the procedure. Okay. Now children, first of all try to identify what you have and what you need. See, this PR and RB both are perpendicular to one another and this is 90 degree. I think there is no confusion here that this is 90 degree. Okay. This angle B dash is equal to 60 degree and angle B is 30 degree. Suppose you are considering triangle PRB. In triangle PRB, okay, in triangle PRB, see 30 degree and opposite side of 30 degree is PR, which is 28.5, that is known, and you need to find out B dash, so you go for RB. Okay, first of all find RB. So that means tan you have to take, because tan angle will be equal to opposite side by adjacent side. So tan 30 degree will be equal to PR by BR. Okay. Now PR is equal to 28.5 and BR is not known to you. And how much is your tan 30? Tan 30 is nothing but 1 by root 3. So 1 by root 3 is equal to 28.5 by BR. From here, BR will be equal to, see, BR will be coming here, so 28.5 root 3. So this is your BR. Now, if you consider the 60 degree angle, come on children, let us see from 60 degree angle also, you see opposite side is this one 28.5 and adjacent side is this one, and that you don't know. B dash R is not known to you. So we can find out tan 60 degree will be equal to how much? PR by B dash R. B dash R. Now what is your PR? Again it is equal to 28.5 and B dash R is not known to you. How much is your tan 60? Your tan 60 is root 3 and root 3 will be equal to 28.5 by B dash R. Okay. Now from here your B dash R will be equal to, see, if you send B dash upper side and then this root 3 will come down, B dash R will be equal to 28.5 by root 3. Now children, from here can you find out B dash B? See, BR minus B dash R will be equal to B dash, and you have to find B dash. This is what you need to find. And children, you know BR because you have taken out BR, and you know B dash R. So simply subtract B dash R from BR. So what is your BR? 28.5. 28.5 root 3. You know BR is 28.5 root 3 minus B dash R is 28.5 divided by root 3. Now this value will give you the value of B dash. Now simply you find out the LCM. When you find out the LCM, you will see that denominator is root 3, and here this part 28.5 root 3 into root 3 is 28.5. Root 3 into root 3 means into 3. Minus, again this will go here, so 28.5 into 1. Okay. If you are good at calculations, you can come to know that 28.5 into 3 minus 28.5 into 1 will give you 28.5 into 2. This will be 28.5 into. So 28.5 into 2 divided by root 3. Now see 28.5 into 2, if you calculate, you will get 57.0 by root 3. Now see 57 means what? 19 into 3 by root 3. Now when you factorize 3, you will get 19 into root 3 divided by root 3. So you can cancel root 3 and you will be left with 19 root 3, and that will be in meters. Now what is the value? What is 19 root 3? It is B dash. B dash is equal to 19 root 3 meters. Now what was B dash? What actually the distance of the distance traveled by the boy. See what was being asked. First of all, see what was being asked. Find the distance he walked towards the building. So the boy walked a distance of 19 root 3 meters. So the final answer is 19 root 3 meters. The boy walked 19 root 3 meters towards the building. Let us see the next question. Question number 7. From a point on the ground, there's a point on the ground, the angle of elevation of the bottom and the top of a transmission tower. The angle of elevation of the bottom and the top of a transmission tower fixed at the top of a 20-meter high building. Now see, you know that towers, geo towers and this smartphone towers, all towers are fixed on the top of the buildings, or in some cases they are at the top of the building. So see, there is a building RS which is 20 meter high. This is 20 meter high. Okay. And on this building there is a tower RQ and the height is not known to you. It is fixed at the top of a 20 meter high building, and the angle of elevations of the top and the bottom. This is the elevation to the top of the tower, and this is the elevation to the top of to the top of the building or to the bottom of the tower. Now see children, the line which shows elevation, this is nothing but line of sight. This is the line of sight. This as well as this, both are the lines of sight. And always the line of sight makes angle with the horizontal. See, if you join S and P, this becomes the horizontal, and SQ is your vertical line. SQ is making angle 90 with SP. Okay, so this is the angle of elevation from the point P to the bottom of the tower. This is the bottom of the tower, and bottom of the tower, the angle of elevation is 45 degree. See, bottom comes first and here 45 degree comes first. Now see, top comes second and 60 degree comes second. So respectively here it is written. So first come first. So bottom 45 degrees and top of the tower is Q, and here it is 60 degrees. So let us show this as 60 degree. Okay. Now till here it is complete. Now what you have to find? You have to find h. Now children, see, it's very simple. From here if you go, you take triangle RSP. You write down all the things like CRQ is tower and height is h. Okay. RS is your building. Okay. It is a building and it is 20 meters. Height is 20 meters. P is point on the ground. P is point on the ground. Okay. Now PS is the line joining the building with the point or the horizontal line. I have told you, you have to take care of the vertical as well as the horizontal line, which brings 90 degree. Now this is what we have to write initially before going to solve the question. Now I am going to just take out a rub out this and start the process. How you are going to show it. Okay. Let me start the process. Let me start the process. Okay. Now children, see, from here if you see, you consider triangle PRS. In triangle PRS, you know the value of opposite side and PS is your adjacent side. So opposite side by adjacent side will give you, OA will give you tan angle. So tan 45 is equal to how much? RS by PS. RS by PS. What is your RS, children? It is 20. You don't know PS. What is tan 45? Tan 45 is equal to 1. So 1 will be equal to 20 by PS and this shows that PS is also equal to 20 and that will come in meters. Okay. So PS is how much? This is equal to 20 meters now after our calculation. Okay. Now once you know this PS and RS, now let us go for tan 60. How much is tan 60? See, tan 60 will be again OA. So in front of tan 60 angle, which side is there? Which side is there? QS. QS side is there. QS by PS. Now what is the value of tan 60? Tan 60 is equal to root 3 and you don't know QS. But you know QS is equal to how much? RS plus QR. That means 20 plus H. Isn't it? Divided by what is your PS? PS is 20. Okay. Now when you do the next calculation, you will come to know that 20 root 3 is equal to 20 plus H. So H will be equal to 20 root 3 minus 20. Now what can you do here? You can just take out 20 common. So if you take out 20 common, you will be left with root 3 minus 1. Now what is root 3, children? Root 3 is 1.732. So 1.732 minus 1, that will give you 20 into 0.732. So see how much is it? 20, see 732 into 2 you calculate. You will get 2 to the 4, 2 to the 6, 2 to the 14 and if you put 0, so you will get 14640. Okay, so 1 2 3 point, you will get 1 2 3, so 14.64 meters. So what is the value you needed? Find the height of the tower. Height of the tower H is equal to how much? Height of the tower H is equal to 14.64 meters. So your final answer is, now see the next question, question number 8. Question number 8. A statue 1.6 meter tall stands on a top of a pedestal. From a point on the ground, the angle of elevation of the top of the statue is 60 degree. And from the same point, the angle of elevation of the top of the pedestal means bottom of the statue, is 45 degree. Find the height of the pedestal. Now let us say, children, that this P is the point on the ground. Okay. Now XY, let XY be your statue. XY be your statue. XY is your statue. Okay. And P is a point on the ground. Point on the ground. Okay. Now, next what is given? Pedestal. Let YZ. See, I have shown the pedestal here. Let YZ be your pedestal. Pedestal means something on which the statue is standing. Okay. Now, what is given here? From point P, the angle of elevation of the top of the pedestal is 45 degree. See, the angle of elevation of the top of the statue is 60 degree. Top means this point. This is the top. From this point, this angle means this is the line which is horizontal line. This is the horizontal line, and this horizontal line is joining the bottom of the pedestal to the point P on the ground. So this is the vertical line. With this vertical line, this is the line of sight. Line of sight. This line of sight is making an angle of how much? 60 degree. Okay, with the top, see, with the top, this is going to the top. So here, this is 60 degree. And from the same point, the angle of elevation to the top of the pedestal, this is the pedestal. Okay, to this point, the angle is 45 degree. So this is the line of sight to the top of the pedestal or to the bottom of the statue. So with this line, the angle made is 45 degrees. So this much if you are getting, then we can move ahead to solve what is asked. Find the height of the pedestal. You are supposed to find the height of the pedestal. Let us see what is the height of the pedestal. Let us say H is the height of the pedestal. Suppose see YZ is your pedestal and let H be the height of the pedestal. Now children, see what you know. A statue is 1.6 meter. That means XY is 1.6 meters. This you know nicely. Okay. So see here, this is how much? This is 45 degree. If you consider triangle PYZ, in triangle PYZ, see, if you need to find tan 45 degrees. See, why I am taking tan 45? Because you need the value of H. Okay. So H is the opposite side and PZ is your adjacent side. So let us go for tan 45, that is H by PZ. So this shows that 1 is equal to H by PZ and this says that H is equal to PZ. Now whatever will come, H will be equal to PZ. Now children, tan 60. Let us go for the next part. So tan 60 degrees will be equal to XZ. See, in front of 60 degrees, which side is there? XZ is there. XZ means XY plus YZ. XZ by PZ. Okay. Now what is your XZ? Your XZ is H plus, you can see nicely, see XZ means this 1.6 plus this H. That will make your XZ. Okay. So H plus, now H plus how much? H plus 1.6 divided by PZ. This is your tan 60 degree. So tan 60, the value of tan 60 is nothing but root 3. Your root 3 will be equal to 1.6 plus H by PZ, or root 3 PZ will be equal to 1.6 plus H. But children, we have already seen that your PZ is equal to H, isn't it? Your PZ is equal to H. So what can you do? You can simply put H in the place of PZ. So here it will become root 3 H is equal to 1.6 plus H. So root 3 H minus H will give you 1.6. So from here your H will be equal to h will be equal to root 3 minus 1 into h. If you take out h common, will be equal to 1.6. So now from here, your h will be equal to 1.6 by root 3 minus 1. Children, here you can rationalize it by multiplying the numerator as well as the denominator by root 3 plus 1. So see what you are going to get. See, h will be equal to 1.6 into root 3 plus 1 divided by, see, this is a minus b into a plus b. So a square minus b square, root 3 whole square minus 1 square. So it will give you 1.6 into root 3 plus 1 divided by root 3 whole square is 3 minus 1. So that will be 2. So if you cancel, you will get here 0.8. So 0.8 into root 3 plus 1. If you want to calculate it completely, you can do this by just see root 3 plus 1. How much is root 3? Root 3 is 1.732. So 1.732 plus 1 is 2.732. You first multiply it by 8. So you want to multiply it by 0.8, so multiply it by 8 first, then we'll see 8 2s are 16, 6 1, 8 are 24 and 1 25, 2 56 and 2 58, 5 8 2 is 16 and 5 21. Now if you make it 0.8, so see 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 4, so that will be equal to 2.1856 meters since it is height. So this is the final answer. The height of the pedestal. You need to find the height of the pedestal. So the value of h is how much? 2.185. So this value is equal to, h will be equal to 2.185 meters. Come on children, let us see the next question. Question number 9. The angle of elevation of the top of a building from the foot of a tower, is 30 degree, and the angle of elevation of the top of a tower from the foot of the building is 60 degree. If the tower is 50 meter high, find the height of the building. Now children, first of all, what you must understand here is, you have a building and you have a tower. See, the angle of elevation of the top of the building from the foot of the tower. See, from the foot of the tower to the top of the building, it is 30 degree angle. See, suppose CD is your tower and AB is your building. From the foot of the tower to the top of the building, the angle of elevation is 30 degree. Isn't it? Angle of elevation is 30 degree. And from the foot of the building to the top of the tower, the angle of elevation is 60 degree. To make the angle of elevation, you have to join the foot of the tower and the foot of the building horizontally. Then only you will be able to make the angle of elevation in both the sides. Now see, most important thing what you must understand here is, you have a tower, you have a building. The tower is bigger and the tower is taller and the building is shorter. This you must understand. How will you understand? From the building, from the bottom of the building, the angle of elevation to the tower is 60 degree, whereas from the bottom of the tower to the top of the building, the angle of elevation is 30 degree. So the side in front of 30 degree will be smaller than the side in front of 60 degree. This you have already learned in your previous classes. I don't think you have forgotten this. This you have to keep in mind. The side in front of greater angle will be greater. So, in front of 60 degree lies your tower. Therefore, tower is taller than the building. Okay. Now, see, CD is your tower and the height of CD is given as 50 meter. Okay, CD is equal to 50 meter. Now, find the height of the, you don't know the height of the building. You don't know AB is equal to how much, because we have taken AB as our building. Please first of all take into consideration that CD is your tower and AB is your building. Okay, and from AB, B is your foot of the building, and from the foot of the building to the top of the tower, the angle of elevation is 60 degree. That means angle CBD is equal to 60 degree. Okay. Now, from the foot of the tower to the top of the building, that is A, the angle of elevation is 30 degree. That means angle ADB is equal to 30 degree. And this is the reason why, see, AB and CD, if you see, AB is smaller than CD. Okay. Now children, from here, how we can calculate the required things. This you have to take into consideration. Now see, what you have to find out? You have to find out H. Okay. You have to find out H. So here what you have to consider is, in triangle BDC or BCD and in triangle ABD, only BD side is common. BD side is common. So we have to take this side in both the triangles so that we can substitute wherever required. Things will become easier for us. So now what we will do, we will start with tan, because see, we know the side, opposite side is how much? 50 meters. Angle in front of 60 degree lies your 50 meters and BD is your common side. So let us take tan, because in that tan angle, first one side, that is CD, is known to you and the other side BD we should take. That will make our problem easy. So see, tan 60 degree will be equal to CD by BD. CD by BD, opposite side by adjacent side, OA, adjacent side. So this means root 3 is equal to 50 meters divided by your BD. Okay, you don't know BD, so here comes BD is equal to 50 by root 3. This will also come in meters. Now let us proceed to the next part. Now take the smaller triangle. Now in smaller triangle, ABD, okay, see children, you should not never forget that here for the bigger triangle, angle D is equal to 90, and for the smaller triangle, this part, this complete part, that is angle B, is equal to 90 degree. Now what we shall do here, what we have to do here is, we have to consider the next angle, that is tan 30 degree. Now see, what will be your tan 30? Opposite side is your H, you don't know, and H by BD. Okay, H by BD. Now what is tan 30? Tan 30 is 1 by root 3. 1 by root 3 will be equal to H by BD, and from here, see, BD is equal to H root 3. You will cross multiply, you will get H root 3. Now see here, BD here is 50 by root 3 and BD here is H root 3. And for both the triangles, BD is the same. BD is the same. So what you will do? You will equate 1 and 2. When you will equate 1 and 2, you will see that 50 by root 3 is equal to H root 3. This implies, see, 50 is equal to H root 3 into root 3. That means 50 is equal to H into 3 or 3H. So your H will be equal to 50 by 3. So see, how much is 50 by 3? 3 ones are 3, 20 left, 3 6 are 18, 16, 2 by 3. Let's see the next question. The next question is, see, two poles of equal heights are standing opposite to each other on either side of the road which is 80 meter wide. Okay, first of all let us see what is this. See, two poles equal height. Suppose this is H, then this is also H. AB is one pole, CD is one pole. Both of them have the same height and they are standing. One is standing at B and one is standing at D, and both of them are on the opposite sides of a road, and this road is 80 meter wide. That means BD is 80 meters. Okay, BD is your 80 meters. Now from a point between them on the road, the angle of elevation of the top of the poles are 60 and 30. See, one point is taken at random, and this from this point to one pole, the angle of elevation to one pole is 60 degree and to other pole is 30 degree. Please try to understand this thing properly. Line, see, this is the line of sight to CD and this is the line of sight to AB. Okay, now what is happening? What is going on here? From P, the angle of elevation, if a person sees to the upper part of the pole CD to C, if he sees the point C, the angle of elevation comes to be 60 degree. And if he sees point A, the angle of elevation comes to be 30 degree. Okay, so now what you have to find out? You have to find out 60 degree and 30 degree. Find the height of the poles and the distance of the points from the poles. That means, see, first of all you have to find out H, and then from B to P what is the distance, and from D to P what is the distance. This you have to find out. Okay. Now let us proceed with what we know. What we know? We know that BD is 80 and BD is nothing but the width of the road. Okay. AB is one pole, CD is another pole. Both the poles are of same height. So we are taking H. There is a point P. There is a point P in between these two poles, and from that point angle of elevation to one pole is 30 degree and to the other pole is 60 degree. Now you have to find the distance, that is point P from B and point P from D, as well as height AB and CD. Since AB and CD are of same heights. Now let us see what we can do. Okay. Now let us start. We have two triangles. Now children, see, BD is your road and the pole AB and BD are making an angle of 90 degree. Come on. This is clear. This here we are having 90 degree. Similarly, CD is also perpendicular to BD and here it is 90 degree. Now you are getting two triangles. One triangle is CDP and one triangle is ABP. Suppose we take PD as X, then BP will become 80 minus X. Now with these things, let us start and solve the question. So see, since we have to find H and we know BP, okay, we shall go with tan angle, because tan angle is OA, opposite side by adjacent side, and your adjacent side for 30 degrees 80 minus X and opposite side is H. So tan 30 degrees. Tan 30 degrees will give you H by 80 minus X. So this means tan 30 is how much? 1 by root 3. 1 by root 3 is equal to H by 80 minus X. So this means your H is equal to 80 minus X by root 3. Children, it's very simple. From here you take 80 up only. So you'll see that H by 1 is equal to 80 minus root 3 by X. So 1H you are getting this way. Now let us go and look after H from the second triangle. Now so from the second triangle you can have tan 60 is equal to, see, opposite side is H and adjacent side is X. Now what is tan 60? Tan 60 is root 3. Now root 3 is equal to H by X. This says H is equal to root 3 X. Now this is your Second equation. In both the equations, you are getting the value of h, and you know that h is same for both. So, equating 1 and 2, you will get 80 minus x by root 3 equal to root 3x. So, see here, if you do the cross multiplication, you will know that 80 minus x is equal to root 3 into root 3x. Okay, this is into. Okay, now see 80 minus x will be equal to root 3 into root 3 will be 3x. Okay, now see what you will get. 80 minus x is equal to 3x, so 80 will be equal to 3x plus x. So this implies, I am putting 3x plus x in the beginning, so 4x is equal to 80, and this says that x is equal to 80 by 4, so x will be equal to 20. Of course, it will come in meters. Now see, your x is 20 meters. Now let us come here. X is equal to 20 meters. That means PD is equal to 20 meters. So BP will become 80 minus 20, 60 meters. Now, how will you find H? Now see children, from here you take any one equation. H is equal to root 3x. Suppose you take H is equal to root 3x. Now see, H will be equal to root 3, and what was your X? X was equal to 20. So H will be equal to 20 root 3 meters. If you want, you can multiply 20 by 1.732. Okay. Otherwise, if you write 20 root 3 meters, then also your answer is correct. So see what we have got. What were the questions? Find the height of the poles. Now height of the poles is how much? 20 root 3 we are getting. Okay, 20 root 3 meter. And the distance of the points from the poles. One distance is 20 and the other distance is 60. So the point is at 60 meters from one pole and 20 meters from the other pole.